Artists use their art to express emotion, to convey what their feelings are. And by the time they get to the end consumer in the traditional commercial market, that expression's been kind of lost because they're disconnected from the artist. But with NFTs now, it's a bridge directly between the artist and the person consuming the art. So it's much easier for people to experience the raw emotion and the raw inspiration of what the artist was feeling. NFTs today are sort of almost static, if you will, but we are fast moving towards a world where NFTs are also experiential. So it will allow people to not only view or see or own the art, but to also experience the process of the art being created and the environment in which the art was created. So this has never been possible before, and NFTs are unlocking that. Yeah. Well, it was simultaneously mind-blowing, and also it touched my soul. I don't know a better way to express that. So we started off this journey when we first talked about, hey, we've had these artists in rural South America, in the Chaco region, and we are trying to help bring their art to mainstream, but also at the same time help them find a way to make a living. When we spoke, we talked about, well, what are some ways in which we can do that? And one of the important things is that the mission of Nifty Dreams, the DAO that I'm working on creating, its mission is very aligned with that. Our mission is to make it possible for artists to have a meaningful living through their art. So you can see that, the missions are very aligned. And so we decided to kind of move forward with this project. And initially we were talking about how can we make those NFTs that the artists create available to mainstream users. And I think what we concluded that we can go beyond that. We can make it so that people everywhere can experience the wonder and the beauty of this culture by making it an experiential kind of NFT. And that's where I find myself here today. And yesterday in Paraguay, this has been surreal because, coming from a city, coming from Silicon Valley, etc., and then coming into this remote sort of region of South America where people are just almost, you're stepping back in time. It's a simpler, slower life, and the artists have such a deep connection with their art. It's not just superficial. You can see that. You can see it in their eyes. You can see it as they talk about it. And for me, it was a life-changing moment, and it makes me feel like what we are working on with blockchain and NFT technology, it's going to make a huge impact. It is going to build a bridge between the modern world, if you will, and this world that is one of culture and the past, and it's going to help us learn, and at the same time, it is going to give these indigenous people a way to earn a living. So, organizations are the people. Without it, there's nothing. And this is one of the first projects, the Impact NFT, the Gran Chaco experiment we've done. It is sort of a grand experiment. We've started off by doing it in 2 or 3 communities here. We are learning from it. We are learning what works, what doesn't work. You also have to remember that NFTs are in their infancy right now. There's a lot more that can happen on the blockchain. It is, after all, a very powerful computer with the smart contracts, etc. So this is high tech combined with culture, and that's very potent combination. We can do a lot, and with Nifty Dreams, our goal is to specifically work with organizations to scale up the adoption of NFTs by mainstream, to help people understand what these NFTs mean, and to go beyond the tech here, to really peel away the superficial layers of, oh yeah, it's just technology and a picture, and to go deeper into experiencing culture, experiencing language, and like really helping transport people into a different world. So we are 100% committed to working with not only your organization, but with others around the world to grow the sphere and adoption of NFTs, and really art. That's like, let's not forget that the NFTs are just a vehicle to help more people experience art. One of the things that I like to think about is that art has traditionally been the domain of really wealthy people. And now with NFTs, we have the potential to democratize the art. We have the ability to make it possible for everybody to experience art, no matter what their socioeconomic status. And in doing so, I think we can also create a gentler world, because we live in a world right now which is highly polarized. Social media, etc., politics has divided us, and art can be a unifying force. Look at us here. We are, like I was just looking today and thinking about our trip here. We were a Brazilian, a Bolivian, and American of Indian origin. And here we are in a remote part of Argentina in the Chaco region. And this is all brought together by NFTs, So, and yesterday and today we are going to, and tomorrow we are going to meet artists in these remote villages. This would not have been possible without NFTs. And so I believe very deeply in the power of this technology to unify the world and make art available to more people, so we can have a more gentler kinder world.
On a personal note, who is Nik Kalyani? Who was he?
Yes. Yeah, so, I'm the consummate tech entrepreneur working on startups and working on technology. Working on Nifty Dreams has started to really open my eyes to artists and art. I just recently, completed a trip to India, where we had the Namaste NFT conference, where I met so many artists. And here, I'm meeting artists at a different level. Most of the artists I met were sort of living in urban areas and cities, and now I'm experiencing art from people who are almost standing still in time. And I can tell you without any doubt that personally this has made me more empathetic. It has helped open my eyes to what art can do, because there's one thing about talking about art changing lives, but then when you actually see that and you experience it, you can't go back after that. You have to move forward in this mission, and it makes me doubly devoted to the Nifty Dreams mission of working with organizations, NGOs, museums, galleries, etc., to really make NFTs and art mainstream. Thank you.